All right, so this question is kind of a longer one, and I was practicing. I'm like, I can't memorize things. I'm not an actor. I just play one on TV. Peter Marsh, remember Peter Marsh from the Marsh Pit, has a question for me, and he says, I'm just going to read off the screen, and then I'll actually walk. You have a bunch of different series. Since you are a pantser, do you not plan out each series? Do you just get inspired to write a sequel to a story you are told? Excellent question, Peter. Excellent question. So I kind of have an idea when I get a story. I'm like, you know what? This is a series. I like this character. I'm thinking up this character. I like this setting. I like this premise kind of thing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this will be 3 books. This will be 6 books, whatever. And I just kind of play with it in my head for a little bit. Not really the plot, not, the story. I don't, any of that, but just kind of like, hey, if this character did this kind of thing, the what if. And it snowballs. Dirty Deeds was a one and done. I wanted to write a crime thriller. And about, I don't know, 10 chapters in, I'm like, oh, this is a series. I'm enjoying this. And once it won a Kindle press contract, and I pitched, hey, this is a series, and they were going to take it, but ultimately they're going to release like 1 book a year, and I didn't want that. I just kept writing until I got to maybe book 8 or 9, and I'm like, I got to end this. I don't want to do 30 or 40 or 90 books, and I have other stories I want to write, but in this world. And so I was like, you know what? 12 is a nice number. And I came up with First Coast Thriller series around book 10 or 11. And I knew it was going to be a 6-book series. I knew I liked the character that was in my head. I liked the idea. It's like, you know what? Repo Man, Cartel. We're working in Jacksonville Beach. 6 books. So I actually had all 6 covers done for the 6 books. And probably 3 or 4 books into that, I'm like, you know what? I really like this one character from this series, one of the side characters, and I like a side character from the Dirty Deeds series. What if I put those 2 together to hunt serial killers in different locations? And then I kind of came up with locations in my head, and I was like, another 6-book series. So at this point, if I have an idea that I think is good, I'm going to write, especially thrillers. You should always have a series. By book 4, book 5, you make your money. You start really, they start selling well enough to justify keep going. So that's kind of where I am. I'm going to probably do more 6-book series coming out. Me and Tom Duffy every year will write a 3-book series together. And that's it. That's pretty much where I am at this point. A standalone every now and then, maybe a novella every now and then, but mostly it's going to be series. And it's going to be planned out in my head how many books. 3, 6, or 12. But mostly 6. Thanks for the question, Peter. If anybody else has a question for me, armandrosamilia@gmail.com. Or drop a question on the Patreon page, or drop a question on the YouTube page. And let everybody know I have a YouTube, please. I'm trying to build up the numbers here. I'm trying to make a go with this. Also, follow me on Twitch. I write 3-4 times a week. Live on Twitch. Come join in on the chat. Oh, all right, I'm running out of breath.